Nice and sunny today. Yes, it is. My goodness. Okay, so still working on things. I am. Hi, Vio. Yeah, bro. I look hot today? Of course I do. And so do you, Mr. Evio. Look at he's wearing. Oh, goodness. I see you, Vio. All dolled up, too, huh? Uh-huh. Yes, of course, Major. Like I put the iPad. No. Easy. Okay, let's put it up here then. Oh, look at that. It's a damn thing. Hey, you're pulling on the wire, EVO. No. There we go. I got it fixed up there, right? I gotta keep it plugged in because it's a problem. The battery's gone in it, so I don't know. I'll get my new iPad running soon. It's a little too lazy to do that, you know. Anyway, it's been rather busy on the internet these days with film people, so it's fun. I don't mind doing films. I used to do them all the time. The old has-been used to do them all the time. Now I can do them. I'm surrounded by stuff here. I was working on stuff, but I got other things I gotta do too today, so where am I good to be here? Oh! There's a talk here, so. How many of you know of heavy direct current discharges and their effects on things in nature? I learned about that in the 70s through Johnny Cedar, who has worked in the Varady Arrow shipyard in Vancouver, actually North Vancouver. He told me about things vanishing when they're doing heavy welding and that kind of thing. That inspired me later on to study Tesla. I was way back in the mid 70s, maybe early 70s. Yeah, it stuck in my mind, and then I met people who started mentioning Tesla, which I read about a long time ago in my dad's encyclopedia. So these little bits of information led me to a more vigorous investigation of Tesla. And luckily I could get books on him because I met somebody from Yugoslavia who mentioned Tesla too, especially in the early 80s, 81 or 1980. And then Mel Winfield. Then a little later on, I met a scientist friend who made a video prior to meeting me, and I have that video. And I unfortunately forget his name, but he visited a number of times, took photographs of stuff, not video or any of them. It's mostly photos, as well as Winfield. Winfield took a lot of photos, and I don't think he videotaped anything. But that inspired me to create the snapping gap, as you've seen in some of the earlier footage that I used to do on main media TV. So that led on to many other adventures. You can see it most distinctly in the McDonnell Douglas video of 8 hours, how it affects the actual camera, as well as the effects happened on the milk crates that I used all the time it's convenient to use them. The metal samplers on the milk crate, and you can see them moving around, falling over, pulsating, and 3VO. Also, the rear, I believe, the rear milk crate started moving on its own, like going off. So it must have been weightless or something. But it's on the video, so you have time to put it all together and speed the whole thing up. So you see a lot of dramatic stuff happen there. So it was written up by Jack Huck, McDonnell Douglas Aerospace, with help of the U.S. Army Intelligence and Security. We did a 2-day film. When was that? 86, 85. Then 86, the Canadian government filmed everything. But I don't have access to that tape because they mentioned a matter of national security for some reason, so I don't know. But anyway, I'm just wandering around with a spark gap thing in my head, and I got capacitors now that are actually a little better than the plasma capacitors I got from the University of British Columbia. I have a huge amount of these that I can load up and discharge them. And I can go up to about 50,000 volts direct current. I put them in series and parallel like I did before. And I have 3-phase ones too. They are quite interesting if you've got offset certain things with them. They create a huge ampere drive. All stuff you learn from old timers. Then with a very special magnetic field and RF field going at the same time, and variable magnetic field, meaning by that simply coils where you can increase or decrease voltage or cycles per second as well. That I had in the old lab systems and even in the apartment, smaller scale, but it seemed to work. And it takes a lot of listening to hear the patterns if they feel right or don't feel right, okay? So I'm making this video for some film people to talk about several film people have contacted me recently. Gotta make sure my little skirt, whatever. Okay, so going to the farmer's market today, so Evio's dressed up, I'm dressed up, and Nancy's dressed up too, so what the hell, who cares? Anyway, so I'll cover the iron block stuff. Somebody just keeps writing about the iron block. A 2-inch by 2-inch, what, an 8-inch long piece of cast iron, painted black with black paint. It's a bunch of them in a barrel, and I took a bunch of them. I use them for putting stuff on them. And I did experiments. I did tried to film it a number of times, and got one film, but it wasn't to my satisfaction. And then there was a film crew that filmed it, and it was really, really high definition, and they gave me a piece of it, or a small part of the DVD of it, but not the interviews. I don't know why, but anyway, that's the way it goes sometimes. Robert Keviat at Fox TV was quite interested in what I was doing, and Peter Von Puttkammer, GriffinFilmProductions.com. But anyway, what else? There's other things that, the Alex Pizarro metal sample, I call it now. I honestly don't know who I sold that to. But if Bob Greener sees this, maybe he remembers. Maybe he knows who bought it. I don't know. But to me, it's like, what am I going to do with this stuff? Like the World Trade Center stuff. It was given to me, and I bought some on eBay and thought, what am I wasting my money for? And I sold it all off again. So, what I'm going to do is just wreck stuff, The World Trade are a bunch of keys, pieces and parts of things, pieces of metal and junk. In my opinion, it's just a gravity collapse, and gravity can do amazing things by twisting steel. Case in point, Second Narrows Bridge, or the Iron Workers Memorial Bridge. I saw that collapse, heard it collapse. Twisted steel like it was just nothing. And there's lots of pictures of the steel, so come on. Don't get into your funny ideas about laser beams or other things. Directed energy. No. No, no, no. Buildings are mostly empty spaces, you know. You pile it all up in a pile, well, okay. After all, it's structural engineering. So, world trade happened as it happens. Come on, be good. No mystery. Bunch of lunatics in aircraft. But it's amazing, like the Trump syndrome, how people are brainwashed into believing Donald Trump and even voting for him as a president, as convicted rapist, killer, sex nut, con man. People are so gullible, it's amazing. Right? Are you gullible? I watched the Donald talk. I look at him as a mentally ill, psychotic, pathological liar, making up stories just like Adolf Hitler did, brainwash his public into believing himself. It's your problem, not mine, okay? Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Also, a lot of con artists try to con people into things like free energy. And it all turned out to be fake. The only other people I know, Joel, in Canada, who's real. And a few scientists have been working on free energy devices for a number of years. Like the gentleman in Germany. I wrote a paper on it. And I sold them some stuff too to help them out. We've been doing this for years. Power cells. And a few others around the world have achieved that, okay? I made mine for basically for fun and for clients who approached me and offered me $250,000 to make these things, so I did. What they did with them, it's their business. I just make them. They were always trying to get secondary investors to carry it through. But nothing ever happened. There were Japan and Germany, by the way, and Canada. So I had about 4 sets of major investors for a number of years, and nothing recently, nothing much. The other way I made money was Peter of Griffin Film Productions would sell footage, and I'd get that money. But I don't think he sold anything for a long time. He might be considering doing Beyond Invention 2, the sequel, which I think is a good idea because there's a bunch of other people that are doing unique things like Timmy Ventura and many others in that whole series. So what are they doing now, you know? Including yours truly, moi. So we'll have to see what happens. There's a filmmaker in Germany, one in Canada, and I think one in Australia. We'll see. That's another one. That is on Skype messaging system. And so I had a great day the other day with my friend Tom Sky. He filmed everything in here. We talked a lot and good memories. I met him in 2008 when he was filming the effects I was doing. And met him again in Oregon. And just the other day, he stayed the night. We had a lot of fun. Thanks, Tom. If you see this ridiculous video, say hi. Okay? Come back again. Have a lot of fun. You ask what? Oh, I'd be probably half a year or more before I even get anything going again. I did have some minor things going. There were some effects, of course. I recorded them and uploaded them on this channel. But, you know, so what? I'm pretty close, though. Everything is in position, just wiring it up. I tested things. I got things arriving. Probably arrivals. I'm hoping for a lot more goodies to come in. I have a high-powered RF generator here. Came in the other day. A wave analyzer that came in the other day. Radar system that came in the other day. And other goodies that came in. And I'll use them all and just keep going on my... Basically, I'm a collector, okay? Not a scientist, not an inventor. I'm just a collector, okay? What I do with this stuff is, well, seem to catch people's attention. I still learn a lot from Bob Greener and other scientists, Ken Shoulders, but I would never write a paper for people, God forbid. Why would I do that? And why would I want to even patent this stuff? No. Not into that world. So, whatever happens, happens, okay? It's like with my knee operation. A good doctor next door operated on me at the hospital and stuff. You just never know what's going to happen, right? Right. Main thing is be positive, happy, and harbor positive energy towards everybody, even the Donald. Pray for him. He gets well, gets his brain back someday. Red shoes and EVO. Hi. Yes, I do. You got always questions. I think you want to know why I address this way because I feel good. Express my inner energies, kind of thing. Boy, these are silky. You want to rub my legs for me? They're really silky. Wow, smooth. Anyway, because I look at people on the outside world, I feel sorry for them. How do they do it? They're always doing things. It's exhausting. Driving a car, driving this, going here, paying taxes, doing all kinds of weird things. And for me, being in isolation, I don't want to join that world. I never wanted to. Oh, not me. No. I'll have fun. I traveled around the world. Lived in Germany for 2 years, Japan, and Egypt. Enjoy that. Airplane time, I used to call it. Doing TV shows, love it. I have over 300, I think. What other dynamic things I used to do? Or, no, that's basically it. Doesn't bother me any. I like doing that stuff, but to exhaust yourself driving cars, going to work, having a bank account, phone. Just the other day I went in the post office to send a package to Adam. Hi, Adam, in Australia. And I forgot I know my PIN number, but how to operate that thing. I said to the post office lady, I'm just still living in the vacuum tube era, which I think I am, but modernized with different things. Wow, Dominion dudes, huh? Anyway, my greatest joy is going to scrapyards. I hunt gun shops, scrapyards, all my life. And I'd buy things and use them. My first engine lathe was a Werner Swayze turret lathe. Came from a machine shop with free delivery with a crane. That was incredible. I had a crane delivered through the door. I got a 4x12 plank put under with rollers, and I managed to roll it into my room. So when it's then removed, I got an old reed lathe along with that one. So I had two lathes, and then kind of sold everything, and I got back into New Westminster, British Columbia, Canada. I got a couple of mini lathes and a little medium lathe I used in the apartment. That's where the iron blocks came in handy. I took plywood down separated by iron blocks. Then moving into industrial spaces. Oh, wow. Like here. I got a 4-ton lathe and many lathes, many machine tools. And other. Anyway, I'm going on and on and on ad nauseum. Ad nauseum. I'm gonna get a smoke. Why I walk like this? Because, I don't know. So straighten out while I walk. Damn it, Jim. Oh, let's see. Where am I here? That in there. Yeah. Oh my goodness, doctor. Having a cigarette. Yeah. Oh, stretch. Oh, belly button. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. No, it's some other group. For a while, talking about a film. But I've learned that, of course, that like Tracy Boyd from NBC wanted to do a series with me, and when was that? 2008? 2007, I think. A Beautiful Mind. She wanted to do a movie and a TV series. Tracy Boyd, NBC. She's in Vancouver. Go visit her, have dinner. With Ken Frost. And they're working all this stuff up. Wanted to know all my contracts I had with previous film people. And one day she vanished. Like, where's Tracy? He usually calls and nothing. Ken Frost made a few attempts to contact me. I thought on more of this TV stuff, but anyway. Recently, somebody has expressed doing a show for Discovery Channel. I don't know if it's going to turn real or not. The other guy is in Germany. I don't know if that's going to be real or not, but it seems to be. It's going to be a book published and a movie. No, sorry, a movie only. Correct myself. But we'll see. The latest stuff will be streamed on YouTube. We'll see how that goes. I mean, I don't know. When it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, well, that's the way it goes. And that's something else will happen. Other than that, I'll be busy with this fellow. Probably in a week or two. Making a circular system. With metal balls on that, and I got the shafting here. Aluminum shafting. So that'll be machined to certain sizes so I can put bearings on it. I gotta find a base for this guy, so I'll probably go to the scrapyard and get some old chunk of heavy steel. And that's gonna be up high and spinning around. And centrifugal force will open these up. With going to be very interesting. See how there are many of these things on here. How many do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can clamp different things in, but I want to make sure that it is perfect. And then I'm going to be using a new system, a gyro compass system out of a missile. It's got 5 gyros inside of it. It's just small testing, I'll use a magnetometer and other devices for measuring stuff, along with radio, chart recorders, and all that kind of thing. For me, it's just for the fun of it. If you want to participate in the film, go for it. I don't care. Just call Peter up or call me up. That's Peter Von Puckheimer at Griffin Film Productions. He sells footage all the time. Hasn't sold any lately, I guess. Being a burned out eccentric, you kind of fade away, That's okay. Fade away into something else. Like other dimensions. So, it's all fun. Now it'd be funny if I went down and realized that this is not recording. Ha 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 ha. Oh well. Talking to the ghosts in the other dimensions. Like going to the farmer's market. My little red shoes. Oh yeah. I better see how long I'm talking for because I gotta get ready. I'm already ready, Freddy. I gotta knock apart some pallets for lumber. I'm doing structural engineering again. Let's see how long I can tell by that. Let's see. 26 minutes long. Okay. Oh, I have no makeup on. Wait until I get makeup on. You're gonna. Never mind what you're gonna do. Anyway. Cheers. Cheers. Half hour. So now I got more time to talk. Talk. Blog Talk Radio. What was I watching last night on YouTube? Ambrose Lane in Washington, D.C. I was on this show. By phone, that is. With Dr. Wood and Andrew. Nice people, really nice people. I hope Dr. Wood is okay and doing well. As well as Andrew. That was a while ago now. Ambrose Lane, Sr. Oh, look how hot I look. Let's try some hottie screenshots. Oh, John, you look so crazy. I mean, I am crazy, I know that. But I don't care. Go ahead. Anyway, If I get back from the farmer's market, I'll probably knock apart some pallets. I need some 2x4 sections or something I'm doing. Now it'll look kind of weird again, I suppose. You kind of get too obsessed with this stuff. I know I do. I've always been that way. I'm not going to complain about it. Right? I'm not in focus, but I push that back more. Okay, there we go. I think, all right, hey. So, my favorite grease is for rust protection and for cleaning and restoration is Vaseline, and WD-40 for other things. When moving something heavy, I sprayed that on the floor, and I could slide the thing around like it was on ice. That was cool. Like these heavy fellows down here that arrived yesterday. Let's take a look. One is about 100 and, I'm sure almost 150 pounds. The other one maybe 60 or 70 pounds maybe. Wave analyzer and a high-powered signal generator. It's built like a bloody tank, and transformers in it are massive. So those I'm putting in the rack cabinet. Okay, they took off the HMCS Columbia, which was used in the TV show X-Files. Okay, .com and Endgame. Look it up on the X-Files. Oh, it's not a submarine. It's they made it look like a submarine inside. It was HMCS Columbia, not Mackenzie. Columbia. Wikipedia got it stating it was Mackenzie. That's one of the first ships I worked on. Then Columbia, this is Saskatchewan and Yukon, but Columbia was vintage stuff in there that's like, holy mackerel, and they had a degaussing system. That had a lot of engineering went into the little, it's only 400 feet long, destroyer. You know, half the size of USS New Jersey and USS Arizona. No, USS Alabama, which I got to take a full day of fun on it when I was in Alabama for a short time. It'd be fun to be a curator or something like that. Anyway. I'm sure a curator of this USS Hutchison or HMCS Hutchison. One day, putting it in there. Oh, stretch my back. See, I'm always bending over and it's like, Jesus. Damn long legs are, jeez, problem sometimes. So I walk sometimes, get in the habit of walking like stooped over, for Pete's sake. I need to do more in the woods adventures. I still want to get really baggy eyes. I'm thinking of doing it myself somehow. The more I study about it. I always had the stupid things, I don't know why. Makes me look sick. Should get up and walk around. Put this over here and put this in the camera mode over here. Or in this way, over pointing that way, okay. Let's do that for a minute or two, Where is that pointing to? Something over my listening post area. Let's see. Yeah, that's my listening post area. Watkins and Johnson, Collins VLF receiver. It sure looks right. I'll walk over there. Show off my rest of the day. Oh. Let's see, where am I focused? Yeah, I think so. Oh. This is Watkins and Johnson. Came from the Federal Communications Group Commission. They use this for monitoring illegal transmissions. Okay, and I have an audio amplifier. It's speakers over there to run it. I turn it on of my antenna up so I didn't hear the police, sirens, other things, satellite transmissions and stuff like that. Okay. Over here is the Collins VLS receiver. And this, I hear all kinds of unique VLF and ELF transmissions. There was only 1,000 of these made, and I'm sure in early 50s, I'm sure they got scrapped. But this one must have been a time capsule. It's brand new. It works like brand new. Over here, up there, is one from the Apollo project. Big one. Call it. Only 12 of those are made. And it's in that case. Yeah, it's very huge. It's very big and quite long. So anyway. Brag, 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 bang, 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 bang. In front of me is a Variac. It came from the scrapyard. It will handle 3-phase, well, single phase. Weighs maybe 400 pounds or more. But anyway, I'm just talking away here because I've got time to kill. Time to kill. Oh, I got a run in my stocking. Look. All right. Oh. So do I have an extra plug where I can show you how? I already showed you guys how this thing works. 2 videos back. But yeah, I get deeply involved in all these receivers and listing because every receiver, you could say it's basically the same, but there's slight variations because of age, and some are better than others in gaining weird signals and people talking and all that. Plus, every one is slightly different in engineering. You got the RB series and the RBLs and all those kind of things that you need separate power supply for, and you got nice power supplies. Just kind of intriguing stuff, you know. I first got involved in this when I was listening to my dad's shortwave radio, which was not a military one, but it's a commercial one. Then mostly everything in here is military, naval, army, or commercial used by the army and navy. I don't accept junk stuff, you know. Oh. Out of here. As far as flat screen, I took apart. I have no idea how it works, really. A rough idea, but I'm not into plastic. Sorry. I'm not into plastic, Doc. Anyway. I want to thank Timmy Ventura and Bob Greener for the mention on their latest video. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. And anyway. Bob Greener is one of the most expressive scientists I ever met. Most of them don't say anything. In private they talk a lot, but Bob is open right onto YouTube with everything. I think that's very unique and really needed these days. You know? I met so many scientists, I forget how many, and a lot of them passed away, unfortunately. But they were good friends and they did know their stuff. Now they would never. I don't think any of them ever were in the media. Come to think of it. Maybe Boyd Bushman, Nick Cook, Tom Bearden, and a few others, but Boyd was a good friend. He worked at Lockheed. He seemed to understand exactly what I'm doing. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just remembering all the different people. Dr. Rauscher stayed with us for a month in Oregon. Wow. Ken stayed with me in Canada, and I stayed at his place a little bit too. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of disturbing thinking about it. Make sure the door's locked. And because I gotta get going soon. Hmm. These shoes are quite different than my other shoes. I walk different. I feel like, wow, it's different. It feels good though. Yep, doctor. Geez, even Mel Winfield's gone. It's so weird, you know? Anyway, then are birthed new scientists like Bob Gator and Tim Ventura and others come out. So there's always ongoing movement of people. Oh, I'm so proud of myself looking so hot. Let's see. Oh, who was it? Pet Shop Boys. West End Girls. Nice song. I love the songs from the late 70s to 80s up to early 90s. And then they all kind of, they couldn't do it anymore, make hit songs, so. The Pet Shop Boys. West End Girls. Oops. You're not showing anything naughty. No naughtiness, okay. That was a hit song. Fleetwood Mac. Tina Turner. I get so high when I listen to those songs. Oops, wait, knock over here. Oh, God. Whoop! Knocked him over, too. Oh, dear. Hopefully it's plugged in. Go off. In one of those moments where you're just talking to yourself situation. So I got to see how long now I've been bullshitting and talking. Huh? Oh, 40. Well, I guess I gotta go, but wish me luck.